I'll never forget the night everything I thought I knew about my life shattered into a million pieces. It started like any other argument with my mom. We'd been fighting over something stupid: college applications, money, independence, the usual. My mom has always been strict, and sometimes she takes things too far. That night, she was furious that I wanted to move out once I turned 18. I was tired of her control, tired of her always telling me what I can or can't do. I snapped and shouted, "You're not the boss of me forever, Mom!" And then it happened. She screamed back, her voice breaking. "You wouldn't even be here if it weren't for me. You were never supposed to be mine." The words hung in the air. My heart froze. I asked her what she meant, but she immediately clamped her hand over her mouth, realizing she'd said too much. She tried to cover it with, "I didn't mean that. I was just angry." But something in her eyes told me the truth. She wasn't lying. That night, I couldn't sleep. My whole body was shaking. What did she mean I wasn't supposed to be hers? The next day, while she was at work, I did something I never thought I'd do. I went through her closet. I dug through old boxes, photo albums, anything that might explain. And that's when I found a small envelope buried under blankets. It was sealed, dusty, but my name was written on it. Inside were hospital papers from the day I was born, but they didn't make sense. The last name listed wasn't hers. The baby ID numbers didn't match the bracelet my mom always kept in her jewelry box. And then, my blood ran cold. There was a note in shaky handwriting that said, "She can never find out. They can never know the truth." I dropped everything. My hands were trembling so badly I could barely hold the papers. When Mom came home, I confronted her. At first, she denied it. She yelled, screamed, said I was invading her privacy. But then, she broke down. She sank onto the couch, crying so hard she could barely breathe. And she told me everything. The truth was, when I was born, she wasn't supposed to bring me home. She wasn't even supposed to be my mother. Apparently, in the hospital, there had been 2 babies born within minutes of each other. One was me. The other belonged to a woman my mom knew. That woman had been part of my mom's past, tied to secrets she desperately wanted to bury. And for reasons I still don't fully understand, my mom made a choice that night. She took me home. The other woman never said anything. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe she was threatened. Maybe something worse happened. Mom wouldn't tell me that part. She just kept saying, "I had to protect you. You wouldn't understand." It was the only way. I sat there, numb, as her words sank in. The woman I'd called Mom my entire life was admitting that she had taken me, swapped me at birth, because of some mysterious past. I asked her about my real parents, who they were, where they are now, but she refused to tell me. She just begged me to forget I ever found the papers, to move on, to let it go. But how could I? How do you move on after finding out your whole identity might be a lie? For days, I couldn't focus at school. I couldn't eat. Every time I looked in the mirror, I wondered, who am I really? Do I look like my real mom? My real dad? Do I have brothers or sisters out there who don't even know I exist? The worst part? My mom kept acting like nothing had happened. She still made dinner, still asked about my homework, still tried to ground me for being late, like she could just erase the truth she'd spilled. But I can't erase it. I can't pretend I don't know. And then something even stranger happened. A few days later, I got a message from an unknown number. It said, "I know what your mom did. Call me before it's too late." My hands went cold. Someone out there knows the truth. Someone else is connected to this. Now, every day I wonder, am I living in the wrong family? Is there another version of me out there, living the life I was meant to have? And if I dig too deep into the past my mom tried to hide, will I even survive the truth? I still don't know if I can trust the woman who raised me or the stranger who just texted me. But one thing's certain, the life I thought was mine may never have been mine at all.